everybody. This is Father Mario Quijades once again from the Diocese of Joliet in Illinois, and also from the parish of St. Walter Church here in the Diocese of Joliet in Illinois, here in Roselle. And we are in our series hashtag Mission Mondays, Hope is Alive with Father Mario. And we are on our week 5. So this is week 5 video. What did Jesus say about himself? What did Jesus say about himself? Remember that these reflections and teachings came from the Alpha series. If you are interested to an in-depth community journey to answer these questions, please go to our parish website and join our Alpha online series. Last Monday, week 4, we talked about who Jesus is and the evidence of Christianity. We also talked about the difference between science and faith. We talked about the evidence that Jesus existed inside and outside of the New Testament. How literally there are more than 6,000 Greek and Latin manuscripts testifying about the books of the New Testament, not counting 9,300 more outside of that. You can all see that in our video number 4 from last week, and you can find that out from our YouTube and also from our website and our Facebook page. Today we want to talk about what did Jesus say about himself? What did Jesus say about himself? So what did Jesus say about himself? The first bit of evidence here is that Jesus' teaching was centered about himself. Great religious teachers point away from themselves. They say, don't look at me, look at God. Jesus, who personified humility, said, look at me, come to me. This question of ultimate meaning and purpose, what is our life about? The sense of what you might call a spiritual hunger. This sense that other things don't quite satisfy. However good these things are, there always this slight void. This sense that something is missing from my life. Jesus said, I am the bread of life. John 6:35. If you want that hunger satisfied, Jesus is saying, come to me. I am the one who can satisfy that hunger. There's stuff in our lives that we don't like. I have stuff in my life that I don't like. I have things, habits that I find quite addictive. Jesus said, if the Son of Man sets you free, you are free indeed. If the Son of Man sets you free, you are free indeed. That's from John 8:36. Then there are those stuff that we carry around. Worry, anxiety, fear, guilt. Whew, that's a lot, right? Worry, anxiety, fear, guilt. Jesus said, come to me, all you who are weary and are burdened, and I will give you rest. Wow. That's from Matthew 11:28. If you want peace of mind, if you want peace within yourself, come to me. He said, if you receive me, you receive God. That's from Matthew 10:40. If you welcome me, you welcome God. Then he said, if you have seen me, you have seen God. That's from John 14:9. And then there were his indirect claims. Jesus claimed to be able to forgive sins. He went up to people and said, your sins are forgiven. Now, of course, if someone offends you, you can forgive them. But you can't go up to some random person and say, your sins are forgiven. When Jesus did that, The lawyers of old said, "Who can forgive sins except God alone?" But Jesus claimed to be able to do that. In fact, Jesus said that he came to give his life so people can be forgiven. Forgiveness, my dear friends, is at the heart of Christianity. It's the heart of what Jesus came to do. Forgiveness for us Christians is possible. And then there were his direct claims, and there are many of them, but we haven't got time to look at them all. But I'd love just for us to look at one. If you have a Bible there, you might like to turn to it. John 10:30 to 33. Jesus said this, "I and the Father are one." Woo! I and the Father are one. A claim tantamount to say that he is God, which was blasphemy in the eyes of the people at that time. And so they started to pick up stones. Remember that? Then Jesus said this, "I have shown you so many great miracles from the Father. For which is this do you stone me?" "We're not stoning you for any of these," they replied, "but for blasphemy, because you, a mere human being, claim to be God." I think you look at all of the evidence. It's clear that Jesus did make that claim. And it's an astonishing claim. But of course, a claim that needs to be tested. And really, if you think about it, there are only three possibilities. Only three. Either it was not true, and Jesus knew perfectly well that it's not true, in which case he is a fraud, he's a fake news. Or else it was not true, and he simply didn't realize it was not true. He genuinely thought that he was God, in which case he was deluded, or we would call crazy, insane. But logically, there is only one really other possibility, that it is true, that he is God. Boom. C.S. Lewis, one of the great intellectual giants of the 20th century, and of course best known author of the Chronicles of Narnia, said this, and I quote, "A man who was merely a man and said that sort of things like Jesus said would not be a great moral teacher. He'd either be insane or else he'd be the devil of hell. You must make your choice. Either this man was and is the Son of God, or else insane or something worse. But let's not come up with any patronizing nonsense about this being a great human teacher. He has not left that open to us. He did not intend to." End of quote. Look at the claims of Jesus, because no other mere human being have claimed that like him, and has offered evidence in what he is saying about it. So today we were able to ask, what did he say about himself? Next Monday, we will ask the question, was Jesus right in what he claims about himself? What evidence is there to support his claims? Remember that these reflections and teachings came from our Alpha series. And if you are interested to an in-depth community journey or to answer these questions in a much more intimate kind of way, please go to our parish website and join our Alpha online series community. God bless you. Have a good day.